What is going on, people? Welcome back. Johnny here. I'm going to pick up with some more Beastmen action shortly. Thank you for the comment. Indeed. Perhaps Stonehenge was built by Beastmen once upon a long time ago. It might be an affront to Britons. Anyways, you can see we're going to make some decent progress for the end here, and things continue to be, I don't know, as frustrating, I think, as Beastmen should be to play, although not so bad as Skaven, perhaps. But regardless, we're working on a workroom up here at the beginning of the episode, and we'll put in some more barracks. I know we have a lot of stuff to do. I'm in debating on when the warherd gets close, firing up the ship early, because it seems like the Beastman thing to do. The Beastmen that are here would be like, Slug Pelt's taking over, forget you, Gaukraz, and then Slug Pelt decides him and his cronies should get off the planet and not wait around for these other losers to show up. But we also have to have a slew of defense in place before that seems like a wise idea. So, yeah, I don't know. Add a little bit of fun and bestial humor. We are having a party here at this point. You think I should put a shelf in there with the fun stuff for parties, I think. Because right now they're all just standing around talking, which definitely doesn't seem very beastie. 0.4 days to our next trading destination for the warherd. A very non-Beastman-like activity. The Murdlock's mech hive shows up at that point in a few different locations. I'm just going to restrict everybody to inside and see if we can find some way to deal with these guys. I don't believe we have mortars yet. It's actually not going to be too bad. It's a bunch of the weaker shooty guys. So if we kick on our guns, our traps should do a decent bit of damage to them. And probably, I don't know that we really want that closed. If we close that, then raids aren't going to go through it. So we have a ton of weaponry to sell. I'm hoping I could get a slew of modern weapons, but that just isn't panning out. The only real way to do that, I found, we have these statues that are worth too much money, but the only way to get great modern weaponry is to take it off people that attack you. 7 potions of healing, people. Anyways, but a lot of times those end up being bio-coded, so I just kind of bones you either way. Regardless, we do have this animal maddening sarsen we're going to try out on these mechs, sort of, and it doesn't really go too well, and it doesn't go too far. So they drop a slew of elephants. Any animals that are sleeping at that point are unaffected. So that was kind of a fail, and they certainly did a number on those elephants. We could certainly use the elephant meat and the elephant hide, though. I need to go over there and get that door open back up, because if these dicks come through a wall, we're going to be in bad shape. So we have a bulk goods trader that showed up. I mean, whatever. We'll buy medicine wide open every chance we get and just sell odds and ends. At some point, we're just going to start burning stuff in the giant bonfire to get rid of it. It just doesn't make sense to keep hoarding things we're never going to need. The only thing I'm saving them for now is for selling them. So the mechs are coming in. I don't even know if those elephants were able to kill even a single one. It's very disappointing, elephants. I don't know. So, yeah, at least it's the weedy guys that the traps just annihilate. So we need some longer range guns. We're packing a lot of stuff that doesn't reach to the other end of our kill box at this point. We also need a way to deal with mechanoid bodies in terms of shredding them so we can get some material out of them. Man, there's a lot of these dudes, but we have a lot of guns. There we go. Cut loose. We also have people front and center and sprinkled around that have shield belts on or the Carnate magic equivalent. If we can get a hold of these guys with some melee, we'll kick their ass. This dude is a major liability with this weapon. And it's far too inaccurate to use. It's fun. It was even funner when you could shoot it over walls, but I ended up having an issue with that. If they try to shoot it and they're under an overhead mountain, it just fails, which I think should make sense, but you just get a weird error that happens and kind of fricks up the game. So I had to change it and do it this way. So either way, my dudes in the shield belts do some taunting and teasing. And here comes the next batch. As planned. I could use some magic on them. The guns will deal with them. Right now we're sitting on almost 6,000 steel, so I'm not feeling at all worried about that. Feels like a pretty legitimate spot to be in terms of long-term survivability. We are making all the traps out of steel, so I'm just going to get stuck in here. We have shield belts and mighty melee weapons. I'm going to make this guy go get himself a different bit of equipment, though. We're not going to stand for that. I should have brought Death Shoulder out, too, but whatever. It just wasn't as much of a threat as it looked like. So on the plus side, at least these guys, you know, when they go down, they're done. You don't have to finish them off or whatever. We're going to need more space for mech carcasses here, because there's a whole lot of them. Okay, the elephants killed 2. Oh, look, there's a bunch of components. One of them dropped over there. Yeah, so, I don't know. We can make some mortars. I'm hoping not to have to do any research, but I don't know. We're having constant issues with people wanting chemicals for chemical interest and those types of traits, and that I'm finding that a little bit frustrating. So we might have to do something. We'd have some Chaos Warhounds join, for whatever it's worth. We'll train them up. They haul if you get them trained up, and actually they should hang out and defend. Anyways, so if we grew some psychoid or something, we could make some tea, but that would require some additional research. And we find some abandoned technology nearby, whatever that's worth. There's also some visitors that have stuff to trade. Again, medicine I'm going to buy every chance I get, and most of the other stuff, we don't need gold. I'm going to buy the reinforced, at least one. I should buy a few of those, probably. The mortars are so worthless. I can't wait till the warherd arrives with a good set of mortars from Empire, assuming we can get them here, get some ammunition for them, so on, so forth. All right, so the machining table's done. I don't know why it won't connect. There's not a solar flare on. We might just be short on juice. We actually are. So may have to go ahead and build another geothermal. We have the space for it set aside already, so let's shred mechs. Slug Pelt is gonna ride this Chaos Warhound. That's fantastic. I don't know why it's so entertaining. Our visitors appears to be getting attacked by mad cassowaries. That dude's toast, but he'll make a delicious meal, that's for sure. I'm going to turn these guns on because the cassowaries should come raging in. I could also just close the door and ignore. I think that's a better play. Oh, man, that guy... Well, we get our gold back. and we end up getting all the barrels. It's fantastic. What else could a Beastman ask for? I'm going to turn these on just in case. Hopefully they don't destroy any of them. We don't have enough juice to run them all, so that's a bit of a problem right now, but I do run some people out there to try and lure them all in. We need more traps at this point. But we're still sitting on a pile of steel. I'll probably end up having to do some exploratory mining to see what we can find. All right, we do make it to our next trading partner right before the next Empire base. Selling statues is definitely the way to go. Buying jerky, any kind of food we can buy. I'm going to buy some medicine as well. These are tribals, so they don't have really good medicine. Pemmican is definitely on the menu. There's other people we can trade with there, but whatever. We're just going to leap into the attack. That'll give us a bunch more stuff to trade with. So, there we are. Look at that bad boy. You can hear those mortars firing up. So we need to run like hell. The door is held open, but not for long. All right, there's the mortar shot. There's one of them. That one looks like it's going to miss. All we got to do is run off this direction. No, we're good. The key on those is to keep running like hell. Don't stand in one spot. Try and stick near mountains, monuments. If you can get under a mountainous roof, that is ideal. But anyways, once in a while we get hit by them. Also, the key is having good armor, because if you're well armored, you'll take bruises instead of massive shrapnel damage. So there's that. All right, I need to turn off the fire at will on the dangerous weapons. We're going to have to take another mortar blast here. Let's get as close to the wall as we can. Hopefully somebody comes out of here. That thing's about to shoot. Both of them are. Somebody want to attack the wall. There we go. Get in there. These whips will take that thing down in no time. How weird is that? I guess they're magical whips. All right, that one missed us as well. So far, we are very lucky. Here comes the other one. We're not too... Oh, fuck, that one got us good. It's not the end of the world, though. We're still doing fine. All right, here comes some schmucks coming out of there. All right, everybody's happy that guy died. All right, they opened the door for us. We're in. There's our mortars. We got to deal with those. We are getting swarmed here, though. That's no bueno. I need to get everybody... God, I wish it was just like attack nearest person with melee weapon command, and then I could control the shooters. That would be fantastic. Let's cloud of flies. That should... Assuming we can get it off. There we go. That mortar's not going to make it. It's going to blow up. It is flammable. It's ironic to be sacking Empire bases with their own magic godly hammer. Ironic and very beastie and kind of an a-hole move, in all honesty, but there you go. All right, let's get our melee guys out and accomplishing something for us. We do have one more mortar that's still dropping bombs on us here. There's magic going off. Oh, no, that was the whip I saw. Never mind. Come on. Okay, we got cloud of flies in there, but we're going to go. All right, they're done. Murderous rage for Kolgar. That's not great at all. He's going to just try to kill somebody else on the team here. Does that duck tack? Great. He's right by him. What the hell was that? I think that was a mortar going off. A last-ditch attempt by these piddly humans. We're just going to run our guy around. Duck tack's going to run around trying to get away from Kolgar. At least he's not shooting that weapon. I hate when you accidentally slide over the top and select somebody at home base. So we got to kill Maya there. Bam! Base destroyed. Gift of the gods. We get a gifter, Sarson. Let's go find that bad boy. There it is. And it says we're going to... So this one's going to just shit out human meat once in a while. And there you go. That's what it does. Hopefully you can't hear the tornado sirens going off here. All right. Another Sarson claimed. I wish those mortars weren't burning up, but they certainly are. Another thing I wish it would be awesome would be a button to like just explore all your space. If there's fogged area in your home space and there's a door, just a button that would send everybody through it would be fantastic, right? Okay, they caught each other down there. Duck tack and Kolgar got into it. Kolgar caught duck tack. Making some more clothes. They never turn out too nice here. We don't have the best of crafters, but what does a Beastman loincloth really need anyways? We're going to need chem fuel as well. I want to set up mortars. It gives us some defense, assuming others show up, and we have tons of food to make it happen. But Berserk, Zrad, intense pain. Zrad's fucked because that is a mighty magical weapon. And kick this ass in one hit and start on fire. Well, let's put the fire out if we might. And he was carrying a lot of stuff there. All right, so there's just a standard process here. Gather up the victims, get them butchered, explore everything. I gather everything up and claim everything, but it's really not necessary. We do periodically find nice things to recreate on over there. I should deconstruct this Sigmar thing, but this effigy. But whatever. I'd also like to... It would be fun, just on principle, to clear out and set fire to everything on our way out. But it's just... RimWorld is not well suited to that, because all of our shit would burn, and it would make a big bloody hassle, and they'd be running around trying to put out fires. Anyways, otherwise you also have to get everybody tended. Excuse me. So that's the plan on that. Regardless, there's still something keeping us there, and it's always animals. Almost every base I sack, I have to run around and find the animal that's causing me the problems and destroy it. There you go. It is now safe to leave the area and go back to the world map. So there you go. It was a Mornfang of all things. So we could do some trading. We do have a base way over there. It's going to be the next one, I guess. I'm going to do some trading on the way, though. Everybody loves the Beastmen, except Empire. So all those Beastmen bases that we smashed did have one benefit. I do find some stuff, some structures back in the mountains at the home base. I'll just start deconstructing. Never know what you'll find. If we found a billiards table, I would definitely put it up somewhere and make a little billiards area for no real reason. I do find some additional components as well as I'm poking around. Steel is always welcome. Steel doors. Okay, so we make it to Paborn of the Northeast. Erd Elder. They have a Sigmar Comet, and we have tons of shit to sell. We also have a Sigmar Pawn without the Comet spell. It's the first time I've actually been able to afford to purchase one of those. So we have all these rugs. All this stuff's weighing us down, too. So selling it all will speed us up nicely. There you go. So they love us, too. And I might be able to trade more on the way, assuming we have anything to trade. But we'll figure that out when we get a little closer to it. So, trade caravan is approaching. Oh, we're hunting pigs. I thought they just started shooting at us or something. They don't have much. You don't even. It's I mean, they want to buy stuff off us that I don't really want to sell. I should sell it because who cares? Actually, we're gonna buy that transport scroll, Zone of Fertility scroll, because we have a ton of money we want to get rid of. They have beer. We'll sell all of our gold. We'll buy all their beer. Why not? There's no sense hoarding cash over here. There's nothing we need that, other than maybe steel would be nice. But I'm going to go ahead and read the scrolls and learn the spells straight away. This guy doesn't get magic points very fast, so I don't know that he'll ever actually be able to use those spells. But it does reduce the overall value, and we've done something somewhat interesting. Assuming we could come up with a bunch of magic points, it could get very interesting. But anyway, when these guys get closer, we could magically send them food. That would be nice. I keep hunting because it keeps the supply of bone solid. The meat we don't really care about. We also could use the textiles. Although we're not needing so many of those. I'm going to fill out this last barracks with bunks, and then we're going to call it good in terms of bedding. We should be able to house everybody. Now, we have trees growing everywhere. It's getting frustrating. I need some space where I don't have to deal with trees. So I'm just going to put in some bone floors in various spots. Probably around the ship I should do that too. If a lightning strike were to start a fire there, that could be a major problem for us. And that's not going to be cool. So I need a shelf for mortar shells. Let's do that right away before I forget or before something bad happens. They won't be able to put them in underneath the ship, but there's nothing under the ship that should burn. So, okay, we have to do some bridging there, which doesn't really help us from fire, but at least for the sake of completeness, needs to be done. We're going to need a whole shitload of bone to make all that happen, but we'll get it eventually. All right, 1.4 days away from our next trading partner with the warherd, and things are pretty chill back home. Thank God I got that mental soothe Sarsen first, because holy smokes, the attitudes around here are just poor, to say the least. I'm going to give myself a way to close off the traps. I think that's going to be worthwhile. There's quite a bit of issue with mad animals here, so let's see if we can mitigate it, save our traps, and therefore save our steel. We're down to 4,700 now, so we've burned through about 1,000 already, which is not great. There's a bunch more we can mine in various spots, so I think we will do that straight away. That's one way I don't mind increasing the wealth, because it will be consumed as soon as we can. These little glowing mushrooms are interesting. All right, so what else do we want? We got the workroom, we got the sculpting room. We're going to make a ton of statues, rune stones. We do run into an ogre trader on the road. See what this guy has to offer for us. I'm going to sell textiles. By the time we get over there, we should have what we need in terms of material at the base, so there's no sense hoarding it if we need to buy food, or we have the option to buy food that'll actually facilitate our arrival at said base. So, another trade. We've made it to Cragtown, and I don't know. They have a little bit of food. We have human leather we can sell. We also buy medicine per use. I think keeping as much of that on hand is going to be worthwhile. All right, let's go get involved with Reinheim here. Doesn't take long till we're over there. This is another, you can hear that mortar firing up. We do get another unique base. Again, there's 6 of them, so we should see them in equal variety, but that doesn't seem to be how RimWorld works. Typically it picks one, and that's what you keep seeing repeatedly, which is frustrating. Get out of there quick, the mortar's coming. All right, that one hit the mountain. All right, there might only be 1 mortar. Some of them I don't think have mortars at all. Some of them have 2. Obviously, some of them have 1. Yeah, Psyche withdraws, a son of a bitch. We have to get some chemicals in that guy. All right, well, we do make it into the caves. There's one tiny exit. You could see where the mortar is based on all that smoke right there. So I think we're going to just go bash through the wall over there and see if we can't get to grips with it and shut it down. There's also going to be an interesting battlefield out here. They don't like to keep open space around, do they? Let's see. I need somebody with a badass melee weapon to go bash on that wall as well. There we go. All right, Dirtle and Kuktas. They are attacking us now. Need to make sure my weapons of liability aren't going to kill us. Here they come. Wakema, get over there. All right, Gulluk, Wakema, melee people to the front. All right, there we go. And let's just make sure no one on our side gets blown up by our own weaponry. It's happened enough times. I think we've taken more damage from our own weapons than we have from any enemy. We could Savage Dominion. That's going to be way too much of a liability at this point. All right, forget it. We'll just shoot these staffs and mortars over there, and hopefully we can hold them off. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's get inside. Kuktas is getting shot up, but the corn shield's doing what it should. We've smashed them to bits everywhere we can. They are standing there shooting at us. Wakema, don't go over there. Wakema, no. Oh, grenade. Grenade. Oh, he's going to get blowed up. I don't know if that shield's going to help. All right. Base destroyed. Gift to the gods. Healer Sarson. Fantastic. Now, this one will periodically poop out a healing potion. Once every 9 or 10 days or so, you'll get a healing potion. And, yeah, you can take out the worst of your wounds anyway. All right, let's go get them. They're going to be running away. Let's see if we can't find a good spot. I need to find the Wand of Resurrection. We did suffer a death there. Tyrant has been murdered. It took me forever to find these wands hiding in that horse because you got to search all your people. And all right, there he is. Let's get him brought back to life. I think if he comes back to life, his apparel will no longer be tainted either. So that's useful. Let's not blow ourselves up, guys. Come on now. Oh, we got another guy down back there too, and it is what it is. Anyway, we take him out. We explore the base. This one is shaped like an iron cross in proper Empire style, but with all these mountains around, it's kind of hard to tell. They do have a dog in there. We have to kill that Empire dog before we can leave this map. Seems like it's intent to run, not fight. I don't really want to be shooting these staffs in here. I did fix the floors, and on my test computer it works fine, so either I didn't bring the mod over or something. But anyways, with the next big Empire release, all these bases will have floors, and all the custom bases for dwarfs and all the races that are up on Steam, the floors should be working properly. That was last week's Saturday morning project. So what else do we have going here? We're finding bedrooms. There's just, oh God, people are blowing up. But we are bringing this guy back to life. So some of those weapons are volatile and will explode. You have to watch where that ends up. We have 6 healing potions left. I'm just going to start using those things on injured people. It'll reduce our overall wealth. We need to get the Wand of Resurrection brought in as well. I need a caravan hitching spot so the critters don't bugger off. They're getting infections like crazy. People are sleeping wherever they lay, which I guess is fine. Beastmen don't overly care where they end up laying for the night. So, yeah, we'll gather up what we can in terms of wealth. We might have to do a little mining to get through some spots. We have to do a little mining in the south end of the space to get to every spot of it. There's some healing salve mushroom from the dwarfs. You can see I used real mushrooms for those images. Tried to RimWorldize them a bit, but that'll probably all get changed with the big dwarf update we're planning once we're done with the big empire update. So we don't have a lot of cooks, but we need a lot of butchering done. And that's usually what keeps us at these locations longer than I'd like to stay. If we could get on the road, everybody would get tended. It is nice to have a little downtime. Anyways, it's also nice to get the hell out of here and get on the road for the next one. All right, so we're going to go do some trading. The next Empire base is pretty close, too. So either way, we're getting close to the end of the episode here. So please leave me a comment. Get yourself in the episode. 9.1 days remaining until that thing poops one out. We have social fights galore. Leave me a like if you're still enjoying. Let me know you are out there. I'm going to see this one through to the end either way. But it's nice to know people care. And now we have 4 of the massive sarsen stones. We're also making our statuary, and we're going to set up a proper tribute to the dark gods down there. And when it gets closer, I think we'll put a bunch of bonfires around there too. It should look really badass. I have a couple long treks after this next battle, so I need to gather up a bunch of food, but we'll get to it. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.